Hello friends, peace be unto you, peace be unto your house and peace to all that you have. A story was told of a wealthy man who deals in slave trading. Among the slave was this trusted head of slave who was loyal and dedicated to his master. The wealthy man had a wife and was blessed with a son. He always encouraged his son to go after wisdom, as this is the principal thing. If you are wise, you will be able to manage wealth. As the man was getting old, he tried to put his house in order by preparing his will. Not long after, the wealthy man died. Everyone in the village gathered together to mourn the demise of a great man. During this period, the will was read in the presence of everyone present, which goes thus. The wealthy man declared all his wealth, estates, etc. Out of all these, the man declared that his son is entitled to pick just one out of his properties, while the rest of the properties be handed over to the head of slaves. The son was given 7 days to decide on which of the properties he will choose. Upon hearing this, the head of slaves busted into joy and started gallivanting. He started taking some of the properties and began to use them, claiming this will definitely become his in few days. People in the village, including the slaves, started aligning and praising the head of slaves while despising the son of their master. The son was so bitter, thinking what he has done wrong, that made his father to take such a wicked decision against him. At a point, he remembers there is one elderly man that his father used to visit to seek advice for crucial matters when he was alive. He decided to visit the man to discuss with him as the deadline drew closer. He met with the man who advised him accordingly. On the D-Day, the head of slaves came in full regalia and on the master's most cherished horse. Before he arrived, other prominent members of the village have gathered. The son was also there, waiting for the head of slaves' arrival. As they were about to commence the meeting, the head of slaves rudely interrupted by telling the congregation that he does not have much time to wait here. They should at once call the son of his former master to stand up and mention whatever he wants to pick from all the properties, as he will glad to oblige him. They beckoned on the son, and while standing, he greeted the all that has come to mourn with them and to grace this important day. Afterward, he related all his father left behind, the wealth, investment, properties, and etc. He then mentioned that according to what he knows, the slaves, including the head of slaves, are part of his father's properties. Based on the instruction left for him by his father to pick just one of his properties, he hereby chooses the head of slaves as his property. The whole congregation went silent, and amazed at such wisdom the son displayed, because selecting the head of slaves as his property means, all that belongs to the head of slaves belongs to him. That was how the son regained in full possession all the things his father left behind. Friends, everything God created responds to the word of wisdom and power. Without wisdom, favor can't be maintained, as it takes wisdom to manage favor. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7 called wisdom the principal thing. Certain things will not yield or move in your favor until the right word, that is, the word of wisdom and power, is released. Psalm 103 verse 20 says, "Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word." No one resists the word of wisdom and power. Elisha, in the book of 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 12, spoke these words and power was released into him. In chapter 13 verse 14 of the same book, Josiah said the same word to Elisha, and the dying man received strength and victory was achieved. Most times, it's not the situation you are in that's so difficult, it's the level of wisdom and power that is low. Life can't deny you of what's rightfully belongs to you, when you are filled with wisdom and power. Jesus told his disciples in Mark chapter 11 verse 2 and 3, "Ye shall find the colt tied, whereon never man sat. Loose him, and bring him. And if any man say unto you, Why do ye this? Say ye that the Lord hath need of him, and straightway he will send him hither." Life will always test you and your wisdom power level. Be ready, ask God to increase your level of wisdom and power, so that you can fully recover and possess what rightfully belongs to you. God bless you as you go this week.